Coming to you live from the Black Goat 39 studios, this is the Guru Talkin Sports podcast. Now here's your host, the Guru of Sports. Thank you. Wow, that was a different introduction or clapping sound. I appreciate that. Hello, sports fans, and welcome. Welcome to episode 58. We're jumping ahead here. 58 of the Guru Talkin Sports podcast. I am your host, the Guru of Sports. Now, I want to talk to you guys and tell you guys this has been a very different week, stressful week, but I'm going to try to get through this anyway and talk to you guys and, give you all the stuff that the Guru does. But I also want to mention to you now that the Guru Talkin Sports podcast has a phone number. Leave me your voicemails and let me know what you think of this program or this podcast, and let me just talk to me. Let me know what's going on. Black Goat Entertainment and the people in charge of this podcast told me to open it up a little bit more and make sure that the people are heard. And like I said, I will definitely get to some of these remarks and stuff like that. And like I said, I'll give you the phone number. The phone number is 302-468-7239. Yeah, that 39 had to be in there somewhere, right? 302-468-7239. Now, if you're listening for the first time, this is the first time we actually gave out a phone number. Because before, if you checked out the earlier podcast, I said, hey, nobody gets my phone number. Not unless they need to really talk to me or so. My friends have my phone number. But now everybody has my phone number, so you can call me and leave me a voice message or leave me your rants, whatever you want to do on there now. Like I said, we have a new phone number, 302-468-7239. Talk to the Guru. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you don't like about this. Tell me anything or anything. Like I said, anything goes. You can say whatever you want to say. If you want to make a vulgar comment, you can. If you want to do something and say, hey, look, you know what, Guru? You're a fool. You can say that. I don't care. You can say whatever you want to say. Freedom of speech is here in this country, and believe me, on this voicemail, you can say anything or comment on anything you want to. I don't have a problem with it. All right. Now, I want to mention the NCAA Tournament like I have been for the last couple of weeks, and now we're down to Final Two. Last night, I knew Baylor was going to get through. I knew Baylor was going to do it, and in the second game, which really breaks my heart, because I am a UCLA hunk. I like UCLA. I've always mentioned to you guys before that I was actually in Westwood a time, and I basically did get a chance to meet Bob Toledo, the football coach, and Jim Herrick, who brung the guys UCLA their last NCAA championship. He's a good guy. Jim Herrick was a great guy to talk to, and he asked me, did I have any eligibility left? And I told him, I said, no, I don't. I wouldn't know what to do. I mean, you can put me on a bench and just sit me there, and I could just sit there. But I just want to say that UCLA, you had a great season, and you don't have anything to hold your head down. You keep your head up high. You keep your head up high and do the things that you want to do. I mean, because this was tough. This was really, really a tough game to try to get through. Gonzaga is really, you know what? It sets up for a great matchup on Monday night and tomorrow night. It's going to be great. I mean, Baylor, like I said, we had no problems with Baylor, and they reached their first championship game since 1948. Yes, 1948 was the last time they made it to the championship game. And they've been in the Final Four a couple of times. But what that situation in Baylor has went through, I'm really impressed by them. I like Baylor. I'm going to be making some bets later on today, and I think I'm going to take Baylor and, whatever points they're giving me. Even though I know Gonzaga is really good, and they've proved it now. They're 31-0, and it makes no sense to consider them an underdog or a mid-major school. This team is now a powerhouse, and believe me, if it wasn't for Jalen Suggs hitting that shot, that three-pointer at the end, UCLA would have advanced. And I apologize for, being a honk for UCLA, but they made it through. They made it through, and that was a great game last night. Probably one of the greatest college basketball games of all time I've ever seen. And, even though we've seen some buzzer beaters and, not too many in this tournament, but we've seen buzzer beaters before and we've seen game winners, but nothing like what I saw last night. And like I said, that was an instant classic. That game will go on down in history as one of the greatest games of all time. Even though it didn't turn out UCLA's way, I thought it was great because, believe me, everybody had them losing by about 14 points. I took UCLA and the 14 points and won something on it. So, I basically had faith in UCLA. But they came up short, and we got to give Gonzaga the big props that they deserve. Gonzaga is a great organization. I mean, they're a great school. And up and coming, no, they are here to stay. And believe me, I wouldn't be surprised if they won the championship tomorrow night. Believe me, I like Baylor. I'm going to go with Baylor. But it's no denying if this team gets to 32-0. And believe me, don't come out here with all this stuff about, they beat a lot of teams. They beat a lot of good teams too. They beat teams that were in the tournament before they even got to the tournament. So we can't get out there and say, hey, they didn't do what they were supposed to do. They beat everybody that they lined up against. And UCLA was just the last victim. They got one more shot to win it all. And like I said, I don't have any problem with them going 32-0. Because it'll be one of the greatest basketball runs of all time. And believe me, 1976, I remember Bobby Knight's team. I remember, Isaiah Thomas on that team and a couple other guys. And believe me, they were great. I love Bobby Knight. But Mark Few has done something that I feel as though is nothing. Nobody can compare to what Mark Few has done for this team. And Timmy and Suggs and all the guys, they played a great game. I got to give big props and credit to the Gonzaga program. Believe me. All right, now I'm getting into some baseball. I really haven't talked too much about baseball, not until me and my buddy Dave May Jr. Mixed it up a couple episodes ago. I think that was episode 54. You might want to double check, but I gotta admit, I was very, very stoked for the baseball season to start this year. Only because it didn't start on time last year. They're going to get 162 games in. We've seen a couple postponement early because of COVID. The COVID, coronavirus, COVID-19 is still out there. Believe me, please, people, wear your masks. Get the shot. I'm getting my second shot on Thursday. And believe me, I am ready to get this shot. And I'm still going to be masked up. Believe me. Now, like I was telling you before, somebody in this household that stays with me, Ms. Guru, she doesn't believe in wearing a mask. So that's on her. I'm going to stay masked up. Believe me, I am. So, like I said, folks, wear the mask, social distance, wash your hands, give fist bumps. I think I gave out about maybe 100 fist bumps today, this past week. And, like I said, it was a tough week last week. I've been trying to get through a few things, but I want to tell you guys, this is my joy. This is my pride and joy coming in here to you every weekend and telling my side of sports and saying what I want to say. Now, but like I was saying, baseball, I was glad to see baseball start. The first game I listened to, I didn't get a chance to watch it, I was listening to it, was the New York Yankees and the Toronto Blue Jays. And the Toronto Blue Jays came out and won that game on Thursday. And believe me, I was really happy. I was so happy. I talked to my buddy, like I said, Dave May Jr., and we had a little conversation back and forth. And I was really impressed by Merriweather, the closer for the Blue Jays. Did really well. They really, really, they look like that bullpen is going to be a little bit of work, but it's going to be very, very efficient. And believe me, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Bo Bichette, and Kevin Biggio, these guys look good. I like this core of three former major league players' sons are in the game. And believe me, I'm a Blue Jay fan. I'm a be a Blue Jay fan. I like them. They're an up and coming team. And believe me, I'm still a Dodger fan. I'm still an Angel fan. I'm still Padre fan. I'm still Oriole fan. I like baseball. I love baseball. I even like the Phillies. All right, Philadelphia fan, don't come in here. Like I said, you can call the number. You can call the number. I'll give you out the number, Philadelphia fan. 302-468-7239. Call me up and tell me, but I'm not going to say that anything bad about Philadelphia fan because Philadelphia fan will come in and talk to me. But like I said, give it your best shot, Philadelphia fan. Come on in and talk to me and let me know how much I hate the Phillies. No, I don't hate Philadelphia. It's just that you guys are just so wanting and needy. Y'all needy. Believe me, y'all are needy. And I will say something good about Philadelphia. They did win their first couple of games against Atlanta. Big props to that, but, hey, I'm going to talk about Atlanta in a few minutes. But like I said, I really like the start of the baseball season. Now, I'm going to go into some other things about baseball a little bit. But I do want to say I wasn't not surprised when Rob Manfred took the game out of Atlanta because of what they did, Now, I'm not telling you guys to do anything drastic, but I'm telling you right now, you see how the city of Atlanta has been trying to do the right thing. The Braves have been doing the right thing, trying to include more African-American communities to participate in the sport of baseball. And now you just took thank your governor. Thank your governor for that. Took all that income that's supposed to be coming into your community, just took it away. Thank your governor. The Voting Rights Act. Yeah. I'm not going to get political on this. But the thing about it is that we got to learn that lawmakers got to do the right thing. Now, if you suppress the vote from people, what's going to happen? It's not going to turn out good. It's not going to turn out good at all. But see, another thing too is, like I said, hey, I'm going to stay in my lane and I'm going to talk about sports. I'm not going to get into a political discussion, because the thing about it is that, why is it that in a political discussion, why we just can't agree to disagree? I mean, you got your thoughts, I got my thoughts. We can agree to disagree and do the right thing. Now, I know the mayor of Atlanta, I don't know her personally, but I know her because she is related to a family member of mine. She was pissed because she thought that it was going to come down to where they can come in and give the city a boost in their economy, but they didn't. And I don't blame the mayor for being pissed off. But the thing about it is that it's the governor. He's got to do his job. And, like I said, this is not a political discussion. It is a baseball matter. But they moved the game, the All-Star game and the MLB draft, to another city. That city, I don't know yet. And as soon as they have it, I will let you know. Now, there are things in baseball that I like. There are things in baseball that I hate. Now, I wanted to go through this because I wanted to get you guys into the setting of what it is about April that brings out baseball lovers like myself and brings out baseball haters like some of you out there, brings out what it brings out. Now, things in baseball that I really like is springtime. Springtime, I love springtime because it makes me feel like, hey, I can start wearing shorts. I can not worry about winter coats. I can throw all that snow and all that stuff that we had behind me now. Baseball season is here. The crack of the bat, the smell of the grass, hot dogs, taking the family out. A great family setting for baseball. Believe me, I love it. That's the things about baseball that I love. Yes, I'm an old school purist. I like, having teams, players stay with teams for, eternity, but that's not going to happen. I understand free agency. But one thing I don't like about baseball is that, why is it that baseball is so backwards? Why is baseball so ass backwards on things? Okay, here's an example. Now, if you play video games, if you play Madden, if you play 2K, if you play soccer, if you play any of these hockey, any of these video games, what do they all have in common? They all come out before the season starts. That's right. They all come out before the season starts. What does baseball do? Okay. Opening day, April 1st, 2021. No MLB 21. That's right. I'm telling you, folks. When is PlayStation or Xbox going to release this game? April 20th or April 16th if you have it early access. April 20th? April 20th. That's like 3 weeks into the damn season. Give me a break. I get Madden like 3 weeks before the season. I get 2K like maybe a month before the season. And you telling me, baseball, you have a problem with trying to get people back into this game. And what do? Oh my God. I can't believe this. Oh my gosh. Okay. Listen to this. I play video games. Yes, I play baseball. I play football. I play basketball. I play hockey. I play soccer. I play anything sports related on Xbox or PlayStation. But the thing about it is that these guys are going to bring the game out on the 20th. That's like halfway through the first month of the season. Oh my God, what is going on with these guys? This is why baseball is so ass backwards. Gosh. No. Another thing that they're ass backwards on. Doing things to where they don't. I'm telling you, a lot of people, let's say like if you live in New York and Aaron Judge walked down the street, you would probably know Aaron Judge. But I got a question for you. Would you know Sanchez the catcher? Oh my God. Walk down the street of Los Angeles. Oh, there's a manager, Dave Roberts. Can you tell me who Corey Seager is? He's walking down the street. Nobody knows him. Baseball does not have marketability for these players. This is a problem. This is a problem, big time problem. Because the thing about it is that if you don't have no marketability about these players, the game is always going to be second rate, or it's going to be second fiddle to football, basketball, hockey, and everything else. You know, I'm going to be honest, I don't know every single hockey player in the NHL, but the thing about it is that, you know, sometimes you might see one or two of them and you might recognize them. I would recognize Kopitar if I seen him. But the thing about it is that, okay, in football, you know the players. You know who freaking Drew Brees is. You know who Tom Brady is. You know who Mike Evans is. You know who Leonard Fournette is. You know these players because they market the game better. Yes, they market the game better. Another thing I don't like about baseball, I don't like the shift. I hate the shift. Play it the regular way. And then I don't understand why if they put a shift on, why the batter can't hit the ball the other way where the shift ain't? Come on now, it's just common sense to me. Do the right thing. Okay, if they're putting a shift on to the left, hit the ball to the right. If they're putting it on to the right, hit the ball left. Simple. Oh my God. And you know, another thing too, and excuse me for keep saying God. I'll mention him a little bit later. I love God. And he knows he loves me too. He's helped me out a lot, and believe me, he brought me through some stuff this week. But anyway, people, the shift in this analytics stuff, this analytics crap. Ask the Tampa Bay Rays how that analytics is doing for them. Yeah, it lost them the game, didn't it? And believe me, this game is not getting faster. It's getting slower. Okay, here's a point. The average game is running at about 3 hours and 20 minutes. 3 hours and 20 minutes. Okay. That 3 hours and 20 minutes. I'm going to give you an example of a series that was played. The 1975 World Series between the Cincinnati Reds and the Boston Red Sox. I'm going to give you these numbers and listen to this. Game 1 was played at 2 hours and 27 minutes. Game 2 was played at 2 hours and 38 minutes. Game 3, 3:03. Game 4, 2:52. Game 5, 2:30, 2:23. Game 6 was a long one because of the dramatics and the Carlton Fisk home run. Yes, I remember that. I watched that game. It was 4 hours and 1 minute. Long game, right? But guess what? Game 7 was only played at 2 hours and 52 minutes. So if you can see this, all these games are averaging in the twos. There was only one game that went over 3, and then there was one that went over 4 hours. Only because, like I said, it was a dramatic game. Game 6, one of the most famous Game 6s of all time, when Carlton Fisk hit the home run to win the ball game, to tie the series. 3 hours and 20 minutes. It's too long, folks. What do? They go out there. They pitch a ball, walk around, think, pull out a card in their pocket, look at it. The manager comes out. He thinks he got to bring in a closer or a starter, and then or a opener. And this opener, this is all crap, man. This is why this game is dying. Analytics. Yeah, it works in basketball. It works in football, whatever. But it ain't supposed to be in baseball. Baseball is a traditional sport. Traditional sport. Okay, I don't like the, no fun about baseball where, hey, if you hit a home run to win the game, you can flip your bat. Flip your bat is okay. But the thing about it is that you guys got to remember one thing. Baseball is a traditional game. But the thing about it is that it's got to be fun too. It's got to be fun. Sometimes you got to just take the old rules and put them in your back pocket. And I'm talking as a baseball purist here. Believe me, folks, you got to do something about this game because believe me, it's going to die pretty soon. It's going to be a secondary sport. This is not the baseball I grew up with. In the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, the 2010s. 2010s, I guess, they started this analytic crap and that damn shift crap. I don't get it, folks. I'm just trying to, get your attention to some of these things. Because believe me, baseball is going to die. It's going to die an awful death. And believe me, right now, the average person that likes baseball has to be around about like 45 to 50 years old and older. My son hates baseball. He don't like baseball. Thing about it is that the only time I can get him to go to like baseball is go to the game. Go to the game where that we're going to sit out there. We're going to look at the game. We're going to walk around. We're going to grab, some food. I'll grab a beer. He's going to grab some, popcorn, hot dogs, nachos, whatever. And the thing about it is that this is not the way baseball was set up to be. It was supposed to be a family game where you could take the family, enjoy yourself, an outing like no other. Cheaper than football, cheaper than basketball, cheaper than hockey, I think. I haven't been to a hockey game in a long time, but man, I just don't understand it. Baseball is a great game. And believe me, I am one of the biggest baseball fans out there. I love this game. And believe me, if it wasn't for me not trying out and, I had a pretty brief baseball career. Believe me, brief is the thing. I tried out for the Cleveland Indians. I tried out for the Montreal Expos. And believe me, I love the game. I love the game. I just wish I could have had a chance. Everybody wishes they could have had a chance to do something. But to tell you the truth, when I start seeing all-speed pitches the way I did, and I knew I could only hit, fastballs and curveballs, that ended my career, believe me. But I've never seen pitches the way that they were coming at me. And watching the umpire say, strike, I'm looking back like, what? Where did that ball come from? Now, all right, like I said, the length of the game is, believe me, nobody wants to go out there and see these people picking a scorecard out of their pocket, telling them where they should be and what the shift needs to be for this player because we studied that. Like I said, think about Tampa Bay in the World Series. They had Blake Snell. Blake Snell had them on the ropes. Believe me, they had the Dodgers on the ropes. And what did they do? They let the Dodgers off the hook. Believe me. Like I said before, folks, call me at 302-468-7239. And you notice I got that 39 in that phone number, right? Because 39 is my favorite number. If you don't know it by now, I'm the 39th grandchild of my grandparents. And I like being that number 39. That's my favorite number. But anyway, let me get out of here. I do want to say something about football. I am aware of the Deshaun Watson situation. I have no comment on it. And like I said, it has to go through the courts, I guess. I have no comment on it. I just want to tell you guys that I'm really, really excited about baseball season. I'm really excited about everything that's going on. Football season coming up. Baseball season is here. But I do want to pay tribute to someone. We're going to have to play taps. Taps for the young man that died the other day. Let's get taps in here. Capitol Police Officer Mr. William Billy Evans lost his life in a situation down in Washington, D.C. a couple days ago. And believe me, I am very, very sorry. My condolences go out to their family. And please, like I said before, we got to do something to bring this country together. This is getting ridiculous. You know, this is a sports podcast. And here I am talking about political stuff. But I want you to know, rest in peace, Mr. Evans. Also, I want to mention someone that just passed away a couple days ago as well. G. Gordon Liddy. If you don't know who G. Gordon Liddy is, you guys need to find out, because he is one of the key role players in the Watergate scandal. If you don't know what Watergate is, man, you guys, that's going back a ways. Some of you guys out there listening to me probably don't even know, there was a situation back in 1972 with Richard Nixon, the president, and the Watergate Towers. I passed by there a couple times, and every time I go by there, I always remind my son of what happened out there. But the thing about it is that, rest in peace, Mr. G. Gordon Liddy. He was 90 years old. And like I said, I just really, I really look at some of these things and say to myself, what if? What if this? What if that? Or whatever. But like I said, people in my past, that things that I remember always come up in my past, and I always try to remember them. Now, this is Easter Sunday, and I wanted to give you guys some big props and shout outs. But like I said, let me do my particulars right now. Excuse me 1 second. My particulars, like I said, follow me on YouTube, the Guru of Sports Show on YouTube. And you can also find this podcast on my YouTube page. Facebook, Guru's Daily Shorts. I'm El Briscoe on Facebook. Check me out. IG, the Guru OS39. And Guru's Kids, DAE. Daisy, my little girl up in heaven. Alex, my chunky little boy. And Ellie, my silly little girl who's always into stuff. You can see that on their IG page. Gmail, Google me or Gmail me, or you can Google me. It'll tell you, about the show and everything that I do. Gmail me at gurusdailyshorts@gmail.com. And like I said, once again, I'm going to give the phone number out one more time. I'm probably going to give it out a couple more times. But 302-468-7239. 302-468-7239. That's my phone number. Leave me a message and let me know what's going on. Twitter, I'm at GOAT39 on Twitter. There's Goaty. What's up, Goaty? He's been really quiet, sitting back there doing nothing like usual, just taking up time and space. He's at BlackGoat39. That's Goaty. Podcast outlets, Spreaker is the main vessel that we come off of. And like I told you before, we are growing. This podcast is starting to be heard around the world, too. I have to definitely go in and check, find out what the areas are. But I know that it's over in Montenegro. I gotta figure out how to say that. Montenegro. We're over in Russia. We're over in Germany. We're over in Japan. China. Not really want to go to China, but we're over there. All right, big props and shout outs to 3 people that I really admire, look up to, and I really have a lot of big respect for because 2 of them are in the podcast game, and the other one is my man from Cali Sports News, Mr. Jeff Duarte. I hope you're well. I will speak to you soon. My podcast buddies, and like I said, really respect them. My man Damian Adams, The Real Deal with Damian Adams podcast. You got to check that out. And the Mary Mac Show on grief. All right, that's the show. Ask Mary Mac anything. She will tell you she is a wonderful young lady that has a very, very good show. And believe me, sometimes when I feel like I need to, I always pull out a podcast every week. But like I said, sometimes I just need to hear her. And what she does is very, very calming and very soothing and therapeutic for me. I really appreciate Miss Mary Mac. My crew, Caden Guru, the executive producer, he'll be back soon. He took the Easter break. And my man Vinny V, my technical advisor, big props and shout out to you, Vinny, from leaving the EE. And much success to you wherever you land. And let me know. We got to talk soon. Ray Guru, my musical engineer and musical director, appreciate you. My man Dante Guru, my engaged son Dante Guru, I'm so proud of you. I love you so much. He is my backup co-host to the co-host, and my brother, like no other. Derek B is my co-host with the co-most. He'll be back soon. We'll bring him back, definitely. Gotta give a shout out to my hip hop buddies. Like I said, hip hop is another reason why I do this podcast. I love this format. I love the game of hip hop. And like I said, me and Cool Kyle are still, we're talking. We're trying to get something together. We are trying to get something together to bring to you a hip hop sports show, which is something that I don't see too much of, but like I said, Cool Kyle has the brains for it, and I'm just going to be the backup. And believe me, working with a celebrity is a good thing because, like I said, he has connections. I have connections to where I can hook in some of the people from sports as well. I've been trying to get on a couple different people, and I'm still going to be efforting them people to get on as well. My hip-hop guys are Danny Rivera, Mr. Schick. Appreciate you, Mr. Schick. Love you. Take care of yourself, and like I said, I hope everything is well. My man, Jeff Shepard. Jeff, he is a funny dude. Comedian, rapper, voiceover guy. He is really, really great. My man, Happy, original pioneer, DJ, MC, he's one of the greatest. Reggie Reg, Charlie Prince, King Charlie Prince, Positive K, all my dudes, and my main man, Cool Kyle Star Child, we appreciate you. You know our motto is, this has been a Black Goat production for Black Goat Entertainment, copyright 2020, all rights reserved. We don't steal from nobody. No, we don't. We don't steal from anybody. And believe me, like I said, I have permission from Mr. Schick to play the Mean Machine, the Disco Dream from Mean Machine. I have that permission. I have permission from Cool Kyle Starchild to play his music on my podcast. And believe me, the thing about it is that I respect these guys. I respect these guys in the utmost. And I always ask people for their permission. You can't do anything without permission. And believe me, like I said, that's one of my biggest things. Respect and permission. Those are two of the things I live by. Now, I want to shout out some people. And believe me, I got a long list of shout outs. From Twitter, my girl Vi, Bella B from Calgary, Carrie K, Shelly, TT_13, my man Jeff in Southland, Island Gal, Alberta Girl, Gigi, Vitamin D, my man John Luke, Miss J Brown, Kenny and Callie, Rob in the 321, Pink Valkyrie, Sassy Mama, Chris in KC, morning. He knows what I mean. Monty Cute, my man Wells, my man I can't say it. All right. People on Facebook, my cousin Aaron and his lady Ann. Ann, take care of Aaron. I know he's been going through some things, but take care of him. Jamie, Star, Tyler, Plank, Rachel, Jordan, all my peeps at the EE, appreciate you. Charlie, Dale, Jeff Brown, Kurt, always appreciate you guys. Thank you for your time. And believe me, like I said, we don't steal from nobody. Everybody on Facebook, I appreciate you guys. Everybody on Twitter, I really appreciate you guys. Like I said, everybody, everybody, Jody, I know, Dodger fan. We gonna get him this year. I'm still rooting for the Blue Jays as well. My man Dave May Jr., I gotta say, he is probably one of the best dudes. And I really, really appreciate him. He is, like I said, he's a friend. He's a scout for the Toronto Blue Jays. And he is really, really accessible to me. And when I need something, he's always there. And I really appreciate you, Dave. Thank you. Thank you for the chats. Thank you for all the information. And believe me, Dave, I'm going to have to ask you, how do you get past all these other different pitches? Because believe me, I didn't know how to swing at all these off speeds and all that stuff. You got to tell me a secret, man. I could have been a little bit better. But anyway, I want to say thank you guys and have a great, great Easter. Happy Easter to you. We know the day of Easter, what it's for. Thank you, Lord Jesus, for always watching over me and protecting me. Protect me, protect my friends. We love you. You guys stay safe. Goody, do we have any outro music? I don't think he do, like usual. But anyway, you guys have a great Sunday. Enjoy your Sunday. I will see you back here next week with episode 59. And then we're going to go to episode 60. We're going to 61, 62, 63. We're going to keep going. So anyway, love you guys. I know I'm getting messages from the voicemail right now. Like I said, call that number, 302-468-7239. Don't forget, leave Guru a message, and I will answer you soon. Take care of yourself. Find some peace. Be positive. Test negative. That's my new slogan. Later.